So this course has been named, it is Clio Mission 280 Plus program, but this is, in technical sense, you will find that I have used a word, and that is what? Crash course. You are familiar with such names. For example, okay, there may be, for example, that in the beginning of your preparation, okay, what you generally do, you complete your foundation classes for GS or for your optional subject, history or any other optional subject. So this is the part of our preparation. So this part of preparation has already done by you. It means that you have already completed your GS foundation course. You have already completed your history optional foundation course. It means that you are familiar with the nature of the syllabus, you are familiar with the topics in the syllabus, you are also familiar with the nature and pattern of question. So this you have already done in your preparation part. Now the second most important thing here is that when you will try to absorb the aspirants around you, okay, you can just observe the students who are doing preparation with you. You will find a pattern that majority of the aspirants follow a trend. And what is that trend? Majority of the aspirants has been subject to an addiction, and that addiction is called preparation addiction. So generally it happens, preparation addiction, it happens with all of us in the initial stage of preparation. Okay, everyone in the initial stage of preparation, okay, they are subject to this addiction, which I am saying preparation addiction. And what is this preparation addiction? Okay, how you can just identify that someone is in this trap of preparation addiction or not. You can easily identify this addiction, and how you can do this. So for example, take example of a student A, and you find that if you look at the timetable of this student, you will find that this student is spending 70 to 80% of the time in reading only, and the student is spending 20% or 30% of his time or her time in writing. Okay, so what happens? It means that you are reading a lot, and you will find many of the students, they don't write. Here I have written 20 to 30% of the time the student is spending in writing, but many of the students don't do the same thing. Okay, वो लिखते नहीं है. So here 70 to 80% time is spent in reading. We are reading only. We are reading our class notes, we are reading our printed booklets, we are reading the PYQ solution provided by the institutes. So we are reading all out, and we are getting a psychological comfort from this reading, and that is why we are much emphasized on this part, that is reading. Why? Because we are getting a psychological comfort of this reading, and this psychological comfort of reading creates an illusion, and this illusion is called illusion of progress. Okay, so if you are devoting 80% of your time in reading only, it means that this has created an illusion, and that is called illusion of progress. It means that there will be a feeling that you are having a good command on the syllabus. Okay, whatever you are reading, it is very much productive. You can perform, you can write the answers from this part in your examination hall very easily. But always remember that reading is passive and writing is active. So if you are not emphasizing on writing, it means that you are doing passive part only. So when you will appear in your examination, you will find that you are not able to reproduce your knowledge and information on the answer sheets. In the mains examination hall, you will find that there are many conceptual gaps in your preparation. You will find there are many memory gaps in your preparation. You will find that while writing answer, you are having some weaknesses in historiography part. In mains examination hall, you will find that there are some structural flaws in your preparation, particularly with the time management part, because you have to write the answer in the prescribed time limit. Okay, so if you are emphasizing more on this part, so you are going to face the problem. Okay, if you are in this addiction that is called preparation addiction. So why I have discussed this? Because many of the students follow. Even me as an aspirant in the beginning stage of my preparation, I was also in the same loop of preparation addiction. Now, how to come out of this addiction? Okay, so for that, these courses has been designed. I have told you that this is a preparation, and the second most important part in this UPSC examination is performance. Preparation and performance, right? The second most important part here is performance. The first is preparation, and the second most important part here is performance. Now the question arises that how you can improve your preparation. Means converting preparation into performance is an art, it is an strategy, and these bridge courses helps you a lot. These bridge courses helps you a lot in converting preparation to performance. Okay, and what are these bridge courses? For example, one such bridge course for this history optional program is PYQ program. It means that last 8 to 10 years of history optional questions, you must develop a mastery or command on these questions, not only by reading but by writing the answers of these questions by yourself. So this is the first bridge course, that is known as PYQ program or the PYQ courses. This PYQ program we are doing it for the last 6 months continuously. लगातार हम इसको कर रहे हैं. Okay, through our WhatsApp group I am continuously distributing the answers of these questions, and YouTube पे कुछ एक demo videos भी है. So this is not a program, okay, which you should do or which you should join in a hurry. For example, if you are not writing mains this year, then what you should do? Okay, preparation part is complete, GS history optional foundation courses has been done, completed. Then you should do what? You should join these PYQ courses where the teacher will discuss previous year question answers and will distribute the model answers to you, and then you will start writing the answer of these questions by yourself, taking help of the video lectures, taking help of the class notes. So this is the one course PYQ program, and the second is program is QRP, quick revision program, and इसके लिए कोचिंग नहीं ज्वाइन करनी है क्विक रिवीजन प्रोग्राम के लिए. This program should be at your individual level. It means that you might have attended history option classes from any institute. तो आपके पास you must have printed notes and class notes. So you do what? You will do a fast revision of whatever you have learned, okay, multiple times. So this quick revision program is a program like गांधी का जो इंडिविजुअल सत्याग्रह था. In the same way, it is an individual effort of the aspirants कि जो भी आपने पढ़ा है, you will do what? You will do a quick revision and multiple times revision, and this will help you in boosting the productivity. And the third program here is quality improvement program. This is also known as quality enrichment program. So what is this program? Quality improvement or quality enrichment program. It simply means that here in quality improvement and quality enrichment, selected themes are not taught. This is the technical meaning of quality improvement program. It means that if you take history optional, ancient history, so here, for example, if there are 8 chapters, so the teacher will do what? Okay, teacher will provide you sheets, and in these sheets you will find, okay, pointers, the most important core material and information that is related to each and every topic, okay, in the form of pointers, historiographical debates, conclusion part of the answers, okay, if there is some historical debate, what is the right conclusion, balanced conclusion, all these things should be distributed to you in the form of sheets, and teacher will elaborate it so that you could grasp the content, okay, within the you can say a limited time, ठीक है, आप 20-30 days में उसको complete कर सको. So that is the purpose of quality enrichment. Quality enrichment is not the selective teaching of the themes. No, it is teaching all the themes from the chapters, but not teaching the themes 100%. Okay, emphasizing on the portions of the themes which are the most important for your exam, conclusive part, historiographical debates. Okay, so these should be included in the quality improvement program. Now the fourth and the most important part here is crash course, which we are going to discuss. So here crash course does not mean that I am going to teach each and every topic in the syllabus. No, crash course does not mean that. Okay, here you will do what? Yes, I will discuss each and every chapter in your syllabus. For example, prehistory, I will discuss Indus Valley Civilization, Vedic culture, Mahajanpad, Maurya. I will discuss each and every chapter. But what I will do, we will do a strategic analysis of the last 5-year questions, 5-year PYQs, that from which portion UPSC is asking question, okay, in the current pattern of the examination, and what is the probability of asking question, okay, greater probability of asking question from which areas. It means that we will try to identify the most probable questions for your examination for this particular year 2026. We will focus on the latest pattern which UPSC is following in asking question, and I will also discuss the conclusive portions, okay, of the most important theme. So this is one part, and there is another part, and that is test series. So generally crash course and test series should be combined together, okay, and here test series means what? Not PYQs, but the teacher will frame some questions based on the, you can say that a strategic analysis of the PYQs. The teacher will frame some questions and you will write the answer of these questions, okay. So in this way, okay, this gap between preparation and performance, okay, is fit. So these are basically bridge courses. When we say quality improvement program, quality enrichment program, or PYQ based program, क्विक रिविजन प्रोग्राम, ये आपका इंडिविजुअल लेवल वाला हो गया. क्रैश कोर्स एंड टेस्ट सीरीज, ऑल दीज आर द ब्रिज कोर्सेज. सो इट इज वेरी मच इंपॉर्टेंट टू कन्वर्ट आवर प्रिपरेशन इन परफॉर्मेंस. सो हियर प्रिपरेशन एडिक्शन तो मैं आपको बता चुका हूं, बट व्हेन यू विल टॉक अबाउट दिस परफॉर्मेंस, सो द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग हियर in this performance part is you will have to change the pattern of your study. And what is the meaning of changing the pattern of your study? So it is very simple. When we are talking about performance, so in this situation we will have to reverse this process. It means that now reading part will be 20 to 30% and writing part will be 70 to 80%. तो ये आपको क्या करना होगा? You will have to reverse the trend. Okay. So between this prelims and mains examination, you will have to focus more about writing. Okay. And this will help you a lot. So these are the purpose of our classes. So when I will discuss the very first chapter, you can get an idea that how I am going to finish the crash course. So instead of just explaining कि किस तरीके से मैं ये करने जा रहा हूँ, I will enter into the very first chapter एंड आफ्टर दिस यू विल रियलाइज कि कौन सा पैटर्न हम फॉलो कर रहे हैं फॉर आवर क्रैश कोर्सेज. सो द वेरी फर्स्ट चैप्टर in the history optional. So history optional, you all know the syllabus. Okay, so there are two papers, paper 1 and paper 2, and in paper 1 there are two segments, ancient history, medieval history, and in paper 2 there are two segments, modern history and world history. So obviously we will start with ancient history. Okay, so we are going to start with ancient history part. So in any ancient history, you will find the first syllabus here is prehistoric era. Prehistoric era. This is the very first syllabus. The second syllabus, the second topic is IVC. The third is Vedic culture. The fourth is Mahajanpad era. The fifth is Mauryan period. The sixth is later Mauryan period. The seventh is Gupta. It is post Gupta era. So these are total 8 chapters here. Okay, art and culture themes ko I have kept it separately. So these are total 8 themes. Now we will go one by one. First we will come with chapter number 1, that is prehistoric era. So you are familiar with prehistoric era. GS students are also familiar with prehistoric era. Optional students are also familiar with prehistoric era. So in crash courses, what should we cover? Okay, this is an important point कि हमें क्या cover करना है. तो in prehistoric era you already are familiar with the core of the syllabus. For example, while reading this prehistoric era in your classes, you must have studied about Paleolithic age. You must have studied about Mesolithic period. You must have studied about Neolithic period or Neolithic age. Okay. And if you have practiced PYQs, you will find that questions are mainly asked from which part? So this part, that is Neolithic era. Okay, question is asked from this part. It means that prehistory से सवाल आने के जो probability है वो किस topic से है? Neolithic age से. Got it? The second important thing is Mesolithic period is also important, and this Mesolithic period is important for its microlithic industry. ये भी हम जानते हैं. Paleolithic period is important, and Paleolithic में भी जो upper Paleolithic है, from here we find what? Cave paintings. For example, Bhimbetka cave paintings, and majority of the cave paintings belong to this Mesolithic period. Cave paintings की थीम सबसे ज्यादा किस पीरियड से बिलोंग करती हैं? Mesolithic period से. सवाल जो पूछे गए हैं यूपीएससी में वो कहाँ से पूछे गए हैं? Neolithic age से पूछे गए हैं. But when you will look at the question, you will find that many of the questions that has been asked by UPSC includes some themes of cultural continuity. It means that while writing answers from this topic Neolithic, okay, this might be possible that you have to give some references from Paleolithic and Mesolithic age. So that is continuity part in the history. Okay, so we cannot completely skip Paleolithic and Mesolithic, but questions are majorly asked from which part? Neolithic era. इसके अलावा जो क्वेश्चन पूछे गए हैं वो और दो थीम्स को कवर करते हैं,